was Rose Hollers back with another countdown, WrestleMania countdown list. And then tomorrow will be episode 19 of Showdown. I'm waiting for my bell to come because I want to use it for tomorrow's episode. And then Thursday will be another Road to WrestleMania, and then SmackDown. I hope I could do that one live because last night I couldn't know why it was live. And then Saturday we had another Road to WrestleMania, and I don't know what I'm gonna do on Sunday, basically. But moving on. So, anyways, these are the top 10 best WrestleMania matches that was not the main event. Now, why am I saying this? Because they were big matches for these specific WrestleManias. Now, there are two from WrestleMania 34 and two from WrestleMania 21, and basically, yeah, this was a sort of easy list to make. Um, but let's get on to this list, basically. So at number 10, Eddie Guerrero versus Kurt Angle, WrestleMania 20. I already mentioned this in my WrestleMania 20 review. Um, on the 20th anniversary of that, by the way. And the retro reviews will come back in a week and a half, basically. Um, basically, Eddie Guerrero won the WWE Championship at No Way Out. I did that already on my secondary channel. And Kurt Angle won the number one contender spot for the WWE Championship again. I did that already on my secondary channel, No Way Out 2004. And then Angle turned on Eddie. And this led to, saying he did this for us. Not really, though, because heels are heels. They lie to you. And yeah, again, this was a match that happened on WHK24's showcase mode, which I was not a fan of that mode. I mean, it was nice to have this match on here. And basically, it was a really good match. And again, this was better than their SummerSlam match, which that was one of the best matches on that SummerSlam, but that SummerSlam overall was not good. And you could tell why. So, yeah, that's number 10, Eddie Guerrero and Kurt Angle, WrestleMania 20. Number 9, Batista versus John Cena, WrestleMania 26. I was kind of glad that Taker and Shawn got the main event slot because although this was a great match, and basically it was not as great as their SummerSlam match, but I still think it was a great match. And John Cena and Batista they have great chemistry together. They started, they did, Batista said the torch was passed to Stone Cold Steve Austin to you and said, I should be the name and face of the company. And then John Cena said, you do this for money. I do this for the fans, which I do the same thing. I do this for the fans. Other YouTubers do this for money. So yeah, and John Cena winning the WWE Championship was honestly fine because Batista being Cena twice, technically once, because I don't Elimination Chamber doesn't count because it was not really much of a match, but technically he did beat Batista twice. Batista beat John Cena twice. Regardless. And that's number 9. John Cena and Batista WrestleMania 26. Number 8. AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura WrestleMania 34. I know the story was all about respect, dream match, yada yada yada. But you look at this match compared to Rock and Roman. Yeah, this was a way better fucking match than that. Although not the best match on that show. That'll be a few, a couple later on this list. And yes, this started, continued the feud, which is all about punching each other in the family jewels, yada yada yada. But it was still, a good match between AJ Styles and Nakamura. So it's number 8, AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura, WrestleMania 34. Number 7, The Undertaker versus Triple H, WrestleMania 28. You're going to see The Undertaker a lot on this list. This was they did have Undertaker for the past 2009, 10, 11, 12, 4 years. Facing Shawn and Triple H for the past 2 WrestleManias. You're going to see one later on this list in 26. And then Triple H at WrestleMania 27. And then here, they claim that's the end of an era, which is false advertising. That whole WrestleMania was false advertising with end of an era and once in a lifetime. But regardless, Shawn Michaels was the referee. This was a really perfect way to end this feud between Undertaker and Triple H. And let's not talk about the Saudi match, the tag match, okay? Let's not talk about that match, okay? Pretend the match didn't happen. So yeah, that's number 7. The Undertaker versus Triple H, WrestleMania 28. And speaking of Undertaker, number 6, Undertaker versus Randy Orton, WrestleMania 21. This is the feud that saved Randy Orton, basically, because his face run was future Dumpster Fires video. Yeah, it made Randy Orton a heel again, and basically, this was one of the best feuds in 2005. They culminated in a Hell in a Cell match, which it was better than this one, but yeah, Undertaker and Randy Orton did put out a great match. Yeah, and this was a way to get rid of that, to help reinsert Randy Orton. They had to turn him heel and had this feud with Undertaker going into the summer, and this was the precursor to their feud in the summer, basically. But so that's number 6, The Undertaker versus Randy Orton, WrestleMania 21. And speaking of WrestleMania 21, number 5, Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels. Now, this feud started at the Royal Rumble. This is another match that happened on the 2K24 Showcase one, which I am glad that this was on here because this was one of the best Kurt Angle matches and the best Shawn Michaels match. One of the best Shawn Michaels matches. And this was another SmackDown versus Raw match. And Kurt Angle and Shawn actually did really good chemistry together. And basically, Shawn put Kurt Angle over big. And then our precursor to this feud was on hold because both guys were on separate brands, and then Angle went to Raw, and this feud culminated on Raw Homecoming in a Iron Man match. But yeah, that's number 5, Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 21. And now we get to the top 4 in our WrestleMania 34 match. Charlotte Flair versus Asuka. I talk about this a lot in my WrestleMania 34 review. I mean, what can I have to say about it? I'll save this for the Charlotte video on the Road to WrestleMania Thursday, okay? I'll go into full detail, but all I gotta say is this was a great match and the match of the night of WrestleMania 34. So yeah, number 4 is that. Charlotte Flair versus Asuka, WrestleMania 34. Number 3, The Rock versus Hollywood Hulk Hogan, WrestleMania 18. Could have been the main event, but I understand Triple H's and Jericho had to, but again, it was all about Triple H versus Stephanie, but that first segment on the Raw after No Way Out, The Rock said it was years after years, main event WrestleMania after WrestleMania after WrestleMania. We'll have a headline one more WrestleMania with The Rock and chills from everyone because nobody thought this was gonna happen. And then, like I said before, this was NWO versus Rock and Austin, but yeah, it was the best match on the night, and and yeah, we could agree this should have closed WrestleMania, but Vince says world title should go last. Not this case. How's that lawsuit going for you, Vince? Okay, I'm just gonna stop. Okay. Regardless, I mean, this turned Hogan babyface and went back to the red and yellow, and The Rock didn't turn heel until a year later. But, I mean, their No Way Out 3 match wasn't as great as this match, but it was still a good match. So that's number 3, The Rock versus Hollywood Hogan, WrestleMania 18. Number 2, Stone Cold versus Bret Hart, WrestleMania 13. This was supposed to be Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart, but Shawn losing his smile, quotation marks, and then Bret Hart becoming an egotistical jackass like he is. I still like Bret Hart. Yes, I still hate Bret Hart as a human being, but this was a submission match, and this led to a double turn between Bret and Austin. Bret Hart went to heel, which he desperately needed, but it was teased for the Royal Rumble when Bret was frustrated, and Austin became the big star out of this. So maybe Shawn losing his smile was. I know I'm gonna be. No, I'm not gonna say this in positive voice for Bret. Was the right move for Shawn? Again, I'm just playing devil's advocate, okay? We all know the Montreal Screwjob. Yada yada. Let's skip that. That's number 2, Bret Hart and Stone Cold WrestleMania 13, which has Ken Shamrock as the special referee in 2K24, which that's actually a good. That's actually really cool to see him in there. And number 1, The Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 25. It's like, I know already. This was the real greatest wrestling match ever. I'm not gonna do the whole thing with Edge and Orton again, okay? But although WrestleMania 26 has the better build, WrestleMania 25 had the better match, but doesn't matter really. Those 25, 26 Undertaker, Shawn, they're so fucking great, okay? Yes, the really awkward dead man died that Jimmy Snuka's son, who got fired later that year in 2009, was supposed to catch Undertaker, did not halter this match. But again, they had to put Triple H and Randy Orton last, which was a wrong decision, because it should have been Triple H or Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker. Not Triple H and Undertaker, that was 27. But that's my number 1 pick, The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. So that's the end of this list. And like I said before, tomorrow will be episode 19 of Showdown, WECW Showdown. And Thursday will be another Road to WrestleMania, episode 3. This time will be Charlotte Flair's WrestleMania 34, Road to WrestleMania for her. You know, the one with Asuka. You fucking know. Okay. Like this video, comment down below, subscribe to this channel right here, and click the notification bell, as well as my secondary channel, which will be back in 2 weeks. TNA Lockdown 2006. Subscribe and click the notification bell on that one. And I'll see you there. Bye-bye.